Good day, everyone. Today, let's explore the transforming power of self-talk. Each day we're faced with challenges, opportunities, and moments that test our resilience. But what if the key to overcoming those obstacles and thriving lies within us? The words we tell ourselves every day shape our mindset, decisions, and future. In this motivational speech, I'll share 5 powerful affirmations you can say to yourself daily. These simple yet impactful statements can reframe your perspective, boost your confidence, and set you on a path to success and fulfillment. Let's dive into the magic of self-empowerment. When it comes to the 6th idea, the importance of making peace with your past, this is where the soul starts to do its heaviest lifting. See, your past, whether it's marked by triumph, scars, or regrets, is a part of who you are. You can't erase it, can't deny it, and certainly can't let it define your future. But you can learn to face it with grace, courage, and acceptance. And in doing so, you take back your power. You stop letting the shadows of yesterday dictate the brightness of today. Making peace with your past isn't about forgetting what happened. No, it's about understanding it, growing from it, and refusing to be imprisoned by it. Life, as messy as it is, comes with lessons. Some are gentle whispers, while others are loud and painful shouts. But every single one of them is designed to mold you, shape you, refine you. You've got to look back and ask, what did I learn from that moment? How did that hardship prepare me for this chapter 1 in right now? And even more importantly, how can I use it to uplift myself and others? Now, forgiveness, that's where the real work begins. And it ain't easy. Forgiveness isn't about excusing someone's actions or pretending the pain didn't happen. It's about freeing yourself. See, when you hold on to resentment, it's like drinking poison and waiting for the other person to feel the effects. But when you forgive, you reclaim your peace. That doesn't mean you condone what happened. It just means you've decided not to let it control you anymore. And let's not forget self-forgiveness. Sometimes the hardest person to forgive is the one staring back at you in the mirror. We're all carrying around some guilt, some regret for things we wish we'd done differently. But listen, you can't rewrite the script of your past. What you can do is write the next scene. You can take those mistakes, own them, and let them fuel a better future. It's not about erasing them, it's about learning from them, growing through them. Now, don't think for a second that making peace is a one-time event. Healing is a process. Some days you'll feel like you've got it all figured out. Other days, a memory, a song, or even a smell will take you back and you'll feel that weight again. That's okay. The goal isn't perfection, it's progress. It's about reminding yourself that you've come so far and you've got the strength to keep going. And let's talk about gratitude, because that's a big part of this too. No matter how dark your past may seem, there are always glimmers of light. People who supported you, lessons that shaped you, moments that reminded you of your strength. When you focus on those, when you count your blessings instead of your burdens, you start to see your past through a different lens. You start to realize that even in the toughest times, there were seeds of growth being planted. And don't forget, your story, the one you've lived, the one you're still writing, has the power to inspire others. There's someone out there who needs to hear how you overcame, how you found peace, how you turned your pain into purpose. When you make peace with your past, you're not just healing yourself, you're lighting the way for someone else. Every morning, look in the mirror and tell yourself, I've got this. Do you know why? Because you do. Think about the times in your life when you faced adversity. Maybe it was a tough exam you didn't think you'd pass, a job you thought you couldn't get, or a situation that seemed impossible to overcome. But you made it. You rose to the occasion. It wasn't luck, it was you. Your hard work, your determination, your refusal to quit, that's what brought you through. And if you've done it before, you can do it again. Capability also means learning and growing. Nobody starts as an expert. Every skill, every step forward requires effort and patience. Think about the first time you tried something new. Maybe it was awkward, maybe you stumbled. But with practice, you improve. That's the beauty of being human. We're built to learn, to adapt, to grow. So don't be afraid to fail. Failure isn't the opposite of success, it's part of the process. Every misstep teaches you something valuable, something that makes you stronger, more prepared for the next challenge. Another key to embracing your capability is setting goals. Don't just drift through life hoping for the best. Decide what you want, make a plan, and go after it. Break it down into manageable steps. Celebrate your progress along the way, no matter how small it seems. Each step forward is proof that you're moving closer to your dreams. And if you ever feel stuck, don't give up. Take a step back, reassess, and adjust your approach if needed. The road to success isn't always a straight line, but as long as you keep moving, you're making progress. Let's talk about discipline for a moment. Being capable isn't just about having the talent or the ability, it's about putting in the work. It's about showing up every day, even when you don't feel like it. It's about doing what needs to be done, not just what's easy or convenient. Discipline is what turns potential into achievement. It's what separates the dreamers from the doers. So when you feel tempted to take the easy way out, remind yourself of your goals. Remind yourself of why you started in the first place. The effort you put in today will pay off tomorrow. Finally, remember to be kind to yourself. Being capable doesn't mean being perfect. You're going to make mistakes, and that's okay. What matters is how you respond. Do you learn from them? Do you use them as stepping stones to grow? Treat yourself with the same compassion and understanding that you would offer a friend. Celebrate your successes, but also acknowledge your efforts. Give yourself credit for trying, for persevering, for showing up. You're doing the best you can, and that's enough. So every day, remind yourself, I am capable. Say it out loud if you need to. Write it down and put it where you can see it. Let it be your mantra, your guiding principle, because the truth is you have everything you need within you to achieve greatness. The road may not always be easy, but you're more than equipped to walk it. Trust in yourself, believe in your abilities, and never forget that you have the power to shape your own destiny. You are capable, and the world is waiting to see all that you can do. Let's talk about the power of positivity, the kind you build within yourself every single day. Life can be unpredictable, no doubt about it. Some days you feel like you're on top of the world. And others, it feels like the weight of it is on your shoulders. But here's the thing, you've got to make a choice. You have to choose to feed your mind, your spirit, and your soul with positivity. It's not about ignoring the challenges or pretending everything is perfect. It's about controlling how you respond to the storms that come your way. Every day when you wake up, you've got a clean slate. Yesterday's mistakes, gone. Tomorrow's worries, not here yet. What you have is today, right here and now. And the way you start that day, the energy you carry into it, can shape everything. You see, positivity isn't just some abstract concepts. It's a muscle, something you've got to work on consistently. It's the little things, choosing to smile when you'd rather frown, focusing on what's good instead of what's bad, and being grateful for the blessings you have, even if they're small. Now, let me tell you something about your mind. It's powerful, more powerful than you even realize. What you feed it, it reflects. If you constantly tell yourself that you're not enough, that things are too hard, that the world is against you, guess what? That's exactly what you'll see and feel. But when you flip that narrative, when you remind yourself that you're resilient, that there's always a way forward, that life has beauty even in the struggle, your mind starts to shift. It starts looking for opportunities instead of obstacles. It starts focusing on solutions instead of problems. But positivity isn't just about thinking good thoughts. It's about action too. It's about how you treat the people around you. A kind word, a smile, or even just listening can lift someone's spirits. And you know what's incredible? When you spread positivity, it comes back to you. It's like a ripple in a pond. One small act of kindness or optimism can spread further than you ever imagined. So don't underestimate the power of being a light in someone else's life, even if it's just for a moment. That said, let's not pretend it's always easy. Life will test you. It'll throw curveballs your way. And sometimes it'll feel like everything is stacked against you. Those are the moments that matter most. Those are the times when positivity becomes your armor. It doesn't mean you won't feel pain or frustration. It means you refuse to let those emotions define you. You can acknowledge the hard times without letting them consume you. You can feel the weight of the challenge without letting it crush your spirit. And here's something else to remember. Positivity isn't about being unrealistic. It's not about denying the difficulties you face or pretending everything is okay when it's not. It's about balance. It's about saying, yes, this is tough, but I'm tougher. It's about knowing that even in the darkest night, the sun will rise again. It's about faith, not just in a higher power if you believe, but in yourself, in your ability to endure and overcome. You've got to take care of your energy too. Surround yourself with people who lift you up, who inspire you, who remind you of your worth. Protect your space from negativity, whether it's toxic relationships, environments, or even the thoughts in your own head. Because here's the truth. You can't pour from an empty cup. If you want to be a source of positivity for others, you've got to fill yourself up first. Self-care isn't selfish, it's necessary. Whether it's taking a moment to breathe, to reflect, or just to rest, those small acts of kindness toward yourself can make a world of difference. And don't forget gratitude. Gratitude is the foundation of positivity. When you focus on what you have, if what you lack, it changes everything. It doesn't mean you don't have goals or aspirations. It just means you're acknowledging the blessings you already have. while working toward more. Gratitude keeps you grounded. It keeps you humble. It reminds you that even on the hardest days, there's something to be thankful for. Positivity is also about perspective. Two people can face the same situation, and one sees it as a problem while the other sees it as an opportunity. It's all about how you frame it. Instead of asking, why is this happening to me? Ask, what can I learn from this? Instead of saying, I can't, say, how can I? That small shift in language can open doors you didn't even know were there. And let's talk about hope for a moment. Hope is the heart of positivity. It's believing that no matter how bad things are right now, they can and will get better. Hope doesn't mean you sit back and wait for things to change. It means you keep moving forward, even when the path isn't clear. It's about taking that first step, even if you can't see the whole staircase. So every day, remind yourself to stay positive, not because it's easy, but because it's necessary. Not because life is perfect, but because your mindset shapes your reality. Choose to focus on the good, to be grateful, to spread kindness, and to hold on to hope. Positivity is a choice, and it's one that can transform your life in ways you never imagined. It's not about ignoring the storms. It's about learning to dance in the rain. And trust me, when you carry that light within you, nothing and no one can dim it. Keep shining. When you wake up each morning, you've got to tell yourself that you're enough. Not just on the days when you feel strong, but on the days when self-doubt creeps in, on the days when the world seems to weigh heavy on your shoulders. You see, knowing that you're enough isn't about arrogance or self-importance. It's about self-acceptance. It's about embracing every piece of who you are, the good, the flaws, the struggles, and the triumphs, and recognizing that they all make up the unique individual that is you. Life has a way of making us question our worth. Maybe it's a setback at work, a relationship that didn't work out, or a dream that feels just out of reach. Whatever it is, society has trained us to equate our value with our achievements, with how much we produce, with what other people think of us. But let me tell you something, you were enough the day you were born, and you're enough today. Your worth is not tied to what you do, what you have, or how others see you. It's tied to who you are. Now, that doesn't mean there's no room for growth. It doesn't mean you don't strive to be better, to learn, to evolve. But growth and self-improvement don't come from a place of lack. They come from a place of knowing that you're already worthy, that you're already whole, and that every step forward is about becoming the best version of yourself, not about trying to prove your value to anyone else. When you know you're enough, you stop seeking external validation. You stop living your life trying to please everyone, trying to fit into boxes that were never meant for you. You've got to look in the mirror and own who you are, every single part of it. The scars, the mistakes, the victories, they all tell the story of you. And that story is something no one else can replicate. You've got to remind yourself daily that there's power in your individuality. What makes you different is what makes you extraordinary. Stop comparing your journey to someone else's. Their success, their path, their struggles, they're not yours. Your journey is your own, and it's perfectly designed for you. Own it, celebrate it, live it. When you carry the belief that you're enough, it changes the way you move through the world. You walk with confidence, not because you have all the answers, but because you know you're equipped to find them. You interact with people differently, not from a place of insecurity, but from a place of authenticity. You're not afraid to say no when something doesn't align with your values, because you know your worth isn't determined by how much you accommodate others. And let's talk about resilience. When you know you're enough, you can bounce back from life's toughest challenges. Because even when things don't go as planned, even when you stumble, you don't let it define you. You know that failure isn't final, that setbacks aren't permanent, and that your value doesn't decrease because of a momentary defeat. You keep going, not because you're trying to prove something, but because you believe in yourself. This belief that you're enough is something you have to nurture every single day. You've got to feed it with positive self-talk, with kindness toward yourself, with boundaries that protect your peace. And yes, some days it'll feel harder than others. Some days the world will try to tell you that you're not enough, that you need to be more, do more, have more. But on those days, you've got to dig deep and remind yourself of the truth. You've got to silence those external voices and listen to the one inside you that says, I am enough just as I am. This isn't just about you either. When you truly believe you're enough, you inspire others to see that they're enough too. You become a source of encouragement, a light in a world that often tries to dim people's shine. You remind others that they don't need to conform, that they don't need to strive for perfection to be worthy. And in doing so, you create a ripple effect of self-acceptance and empowerment. So every morning before you step out into the world, take a moment to affirm your worth. Say it out loud if you have to. I am enough. Let it sink in. Let it guide your actions, your thoughts, your interactions. And when the day challenges that belief, hold on to it even tighter, because the truth is you are enough today, tomorrow, always.